¿Qué pasó, gente? Vamos a darle a un jueguecito muy bonito que se llama la Noire.
A city on the verge of greatness. A new type of city, based not on the man, but on the automobile. The car. A symbol of freedom and vitality. Where every man can own his own home, and have room to breathe, and not be overlooked by his neighbors.
Realmente este juego tiene de las mejores caras que se han hecho en un juego, tío. Son como muy buenas.
A quarter acre of the dream made possible by victory. A city of opportunists. A city of dreams, where Hollywood will shape the thoughts and desires of the entire planet. A city of pioneers. A city of dreamers. A city of undercurrents, where not everything is as it seems. A 20th century city that will become a model for the world.
Bueno, con las casas de madera no creo.
A city that has no boundaries, that will stretch as far as the eye can see. In the Marine Corps, you deal with the chain of command. Mistakes get made, but you deal with
Y esto te suben el volumen de gratis.
You're on the same team. But dealing with corruption is like chasing shadows.
Oh,
You never know whether the guy you're talking to is on the pad.
esta subida de volumen gratuita.
Even the watch commander. So who do you trust, Cole? I made up my mind a long time ago.
KGBL calling car.
Oye, espera, que se escucha como súper alto, no me jodas. De repente se escuchaba todo perfecto y de repente, ¡pum!, te suben el... Los títulos los puedo poner más grandes, sí. Sonido... Vamos a bajarle otro puntito, porque si no, nos deja sordos. Vamos a ver ahí.
14 Adam, come in.
Go ahead, KGPL.
14 Adam, see the detective an ambulance shooting at 6th and Industrial Street. Unit 16 William requests uniform assistance for an evidence search. 14 Adam, code 2.
Roger, 14 Adam en route.
Ahora grabamos.
Here we go again. They don't request uniforms for an evidence search unless there's some kind of catch. Ever the optimist. From the beam of sunshine himself.
Vamos a ir por aquí, que nos hemos equivocado si no. ¡Vamos de emergencia! ¡Emergencia policial!
Floyd Rose, homicide. You my backup?
Yes, sir. Phelps and Dunn, Wilshire Division.
We had a shooting took place down this alleyway. We have the Vic, Scooter Payton, a Negro male bagged up and on his way to Central Morgue. Witness says a tall white guy, our shooter, put 2 in the Vic's head and then threw his piece. I need you guys to try and recover the gat.
You want us to look anywhere in particular?
Give it your best shot, guys. The dead guy's a lowlife. I'm not expecting any miracles here.
And if we recover the weapon?
Bag it and return it to technical services.
You hurried up, Floyd. We
I'm
got
outta
places
here.
to be.
Happy hunting.
No. Nos han dejado el marrón.
This is a fist hump. Just going through the motions.
You're probably right. Let's just get it over and done.
All right, have it your way. We'll search right up to the back wall. If you still don't come up with anything, come find me and we'll talk it out. 2 heads are always better than 1.
Vamos a ver si encontramos pistas.
No good to me.
Look at this junk.
Doesn't give me anything to go on.
Periódico.
Not my job to pick through other people's trash.
Dr. Fontaine, could I have a word?
Of course, young man.
I really enjoyed your lecture, Doctor. Psychiatry seems to have a tremendous amount to offer.
Why, thank you. I'm always happy to receive acknowledgement for my work. The mind is the last great mystery in medicine. Are you thinking of specializing, Mr.
Sheldon, or Courtney Sheldon. I'm only in second year, Doctor. They fast-tracked me a year because of my experience during the war.
Ah.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. Battle fatigue and collapse under duress. Can it be helped?
I would say yes, given the right set of circumstances. Trauma forces the mind to close down, retreat in on itself. We try to find ways to unlock the mind again through a combination of therapy and drug treatment. Hypnosis and therapy are powerful tools in the right hands, Sheldon.
I've been to visit some of the guys at the VA hospital. A good friend of mine, he's so far away. It's like he's wandering
You
around.
went through a lot together.
Yes, Doctor.
Give me his details and I'll make a prognosis. I have a number of clinics in Los Angeles, Courtney Sheldon, and your penance, for your friend's help, is to come and work at one of them in your spare time, with what little spare time a medical student has. Is that a deal?
Is it ever? I can't thank you enough.
I'm not promising a cure, Courtney. I want you to remember that. Every physician has patients that he cannot hope to cure, for whom he can only smooth the path to death.
Bueno. Tampoco ha mejorado mucho la medicina hoy en día, o sea que...
What have you got, Phelps? Anything? Jesus. Cole, come take a look at this.
¿Qué has encontrado? Agente Milton, ¿qué has encontrado?
Jinx, I always get landed with this crap.
Vaya, el disparo.
Shooter put him up against the wall and blew his brains out.
Hell of a way to go.
Doesn't really matter how you go once you're gone.
Don't get all deep on me, Phelps.
Uy, el arma. ¿Pero cómo llega ahí?
Ralph, there's something on the rooftop.
How the hell did you see that?
A reflection in the window. Looks like it might be our weapon.
Hostia, un
Let me
poco
see if
de
I can find a way
popping
up
in the
there.
game, joder.
All right, don't hurt yourself.
Mira que tiene tiempo el juego. Uy, calla aquí, calla aquí, calla aquí, calla aquí, que suena. Joder, otra botella de mierda.
The gun's up on the roof, right? So we need to find a way up.
Venga. ¿Cómo subimos a la azotea? Pues buena pregunta. Ah, mira, por ahí.
Building looks vacant. I don't want to wait around all night for the super to let us in. Is there a way up from the outside?
Pues hacemos un poquito de Spider-Man, no hay problema. Todo sea por el cuerpo de seguridad. Pero entonces hay dos armas. Está esta. Y lo toca con las manos al desnudo.
Chumps do these homicide guys think we are?
Smith & Wesson, serial S71893.
Con todas las balas.
2 rounds fired.
Ah, no.
And instead of dropping it down a drain, our shooter hoists it up here. Interesting guy.
Ah, vale, cuando hay circulitos que... Vale, vale. La pólvora ha hecho su efecto, vaya.
We should follow up on this now, before the perp tries to leave town.
Y nada más por aquí... Parece que no.
We have the gun, Cole. Let's take it back to Central. We could get a commendation.
Could show some initiative, Ralph, and see if we can come up with an owner.
That's a long shot, Cole.
It's a pretty fancy gun. You know a local gun store?
Sure. There's a place a couple of blocks from here.
La iniciativa, increíble. Cole quiere ya un ascenso.
Are you sure about this? It's not really our gig.
No harm in doing some digging. The suits didn't seem to give much of a damn.
Such a little Boy Scout. You can't wait to get out of that uniform, can you?
You'd rather round up drunks and help old ladies across the road?
I'd rather get through the day without the captain's foot up my ass.
It'll be fine, Ralph. You worry too much.
Ah, no hay mucha historia más aquí. ¿Y aquí arriba? No me voy a suponer mucho. Mira que no hay nada. Agente Milton, aquí no hay nada. Ah, vámonos a la armería, toma por culo. Venga, la armería. Vamos en nuestro Bugatti. Un poquito de musiquita, agente Milton, por favor. Es que tenemos un compañero coñazo, Vamos, Gerito, aquí. Bimba. ¿Me pitas a la policía? Que te pongo la alarma. A la policía, pita. Estás para allá, hombre. Ahora hemos llegado. Hay que hacer la típica de poner la alarma para que te dejen pasar. Aunque no te gira a ningún lado urgente.
Officers Phelps and Dunn. Can you tell us anything about this gun?
Smith & Wesson, Model 27, registered Magnum. Chambered for .357, nickel-plated with pearl grips. Same gun used by General Patton.
You're not suggesting he's the owner?
No, I'm not.
You seem to know a lot about the weapon.
I ought to. I sold it. You know, this piece will stop a rhino. These babies are only available special order. Here's my Smith & Wesson order book.
You mind if I take a look?
Be my guest. This is about something bad, right?
Model 27 with pearl grips, Cole. You see it on there?
Modelo 27. Vale, tenemos que buscar el modelo. ¿Cuál era el modelo, tío? 27, pero... Tenemos que ver el ítem, 27. ¿Qué es lo que buscaba yo? A ver, aquí hay un 27. ¿Hay más 27? Hay otro 27. Hay dos 27. Tenemos este.
We're in luck. Errol Schroeder, 203 South Glass Street. Ordered the gun in February 46.
Ah, ya está, he
Thanks,
acertado.
you've been a big help.
Ah, pues
Anytime. Always happy to help out the LAPD.
qué señor más amable. Aunque seguro que esconde algo.
Do we call it in?
Let's see if he's at home. Owning the gun doesn't prove he pulled the trigger.
Okay. In for a penny, in for a pound. Lead the way, Gunga Den.
A ver si llegamos prontito que
That wasn't so hard, was
se
it?
nos hace de
Just
noche.
because we're in uniform doesn't mean we can't use our initiative.
I guess so. Seems a little too good to be true. One-of-a-kind murder weapon bought locally using a real name? If Schroeder's our shooter, he's no criminal mastermind.
Most of them aren't. That's why they get caught. And 2 out of every 3 crimes are done on impulse.
Another fact from the Phelps Encyclopedia of Thin Air. You really are full of it.
Bueno, hay que pasar por el puente porque me he pasado. Y la ciudad esta es un poquito liosa. Ya puede ser como en el GTA, que te lo ponen ahí marcadito con... Espérate que lo mismo sí que te sale. A ver, dale el mapa. Y destino. Bueno, no, no te sale. Bueno, voy a bajarle un poquito lo que es el tono del juego porque me estoy quedando aún así sordo, tío. Me estoy quedando sordo aún así. A ver. Vamos a bajarlo al 50. ¿Se mantiene el sonido en la grabación? A ver. Se escucha menos. Lo subo un poquito de aquí. Al 10. Y ya está, compensado. Sí, ¿no? Joder, tío. Puta mierda de pantalla completa. Que tengo que estar tabulando todo el rato. A ver cómo suben los niveles ahora. Sí. Paso a la autoridad. A ver dónde está. El señor Schroeder.
Schroeder, apartment 2.
Vale, pues ya está. Vamos, Manolete, que nos vamos de servicio, que llegamos ya. Pillamos al ladrón y nos vamos.
What do you guys want?
I'm Officer Cole Phelps. This is Officer Dunn, Wilshire Division. You're the owner of a Smith & Wesson Model 27, nickel-plated with pearl grips?
I might be. What of it?
Then you'll be surprised to know that Scooter Payton was murdered tonight with your gun.
You're out of your mind. Scooter? He works for me. I have that gun here in my drawer.
O sea que no.
What the fuck is going on here?
You're under arrest, Schroeder. Cuff him, Ralph.
No way. You're not taking me down for this.
Hola, y le meto una hostia.
You ready, tough guy? Huh?
Toma, 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 toma. Nah. Controladísimo. A la policía le vas a atacar tú. Oliva. ¿Has pegado a la gente de la ley? ¿Has pegado a la gente de la ley? Toma eso, hombre. A la policía le vas a pegar.
Ralph, you all right?
I'm fine. I hardly felt it. He's lucky he caught me off guard.
Vamos a registrar el
No,
piso.
Ralph. I'm gonna take a look around.
Aquí esconde este pegapoli, de verdad. Floyd Rose.
List of names and a series of numbers. Floyd Rose's name is in this book.
Phelps, we can come out of this all bright and shiny with a commendation. Or stick our schlongs in a hornet's nest. Call it in, partner. And leave the book where you found it.
Officer Phelps, Badge 1247, requesting.
Se ha cagado. No, la ha podido, la presión. No quiere condecoraciones.
You dumb fucking sons of bitches, get in this line now before I lose my temper.
Excuse me, Sergeant, but...
Excuse me? Fuck you. You say another word and I'll break your fucking head and have you in the brig.
Some of us are here for...
I know why you're here, asswipe. I'm having a bad day, Private. Some people don't seem to want to get on this bus.
I didn't ask for your help.
He didn't ask for your help. Can you believe this guy? Who are you two? Abbott and Costello?
We're here for OCS, Sergeant.
So it's the three fucking stooges and you're here for OCS. God help this fucking country and the USMC. The Japanese will do the world a favor and kill you quickly. All three of you are on report. What are your fucking names?
Phelps.
Kelso.
Merrill.
Any other gentlemen for OCS? OCS is at Elliott. You take the Camp Elliott bus over there. This bus is for MCRD. This bus is for men who want to fight.
Como para equivocarte de bus. Te meten un palo en la cabeza. Joder.
Well, you picked the right place, Cole. A city that needed an honest cop like a thirsty man needed water. You'd heard the stories, but you weren't interested. You were here to fight the good fight, solve cases, right wrongs. But the force is like politics. There's no sitting on the fence. You have to choose sides. A brown paper envelope or a Greyhound ticket to Palookaville. It could only ever end one way.
All units to 211 in progress and shots fired at Westlake Savings and Loan, 1415 West 3rd Street. Unit to handle identify code 3.
We'll take that. It's only a couple blocks from
14 Adam calling KGPL. We'll handle the 211.
Roger that, 14 Adam. Be advised, suspects are armed and dangerous.
Roger, KGPL. 14 Adam en route.
¡Que nos liamos a tiros! Vamos, 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 que andamos calentitos. Vamos a darle un poquito de polvo a la pistola. Ojito la que tiene el Liaki. ¡Ey, ey, ey, ey! Che, que yo no sé cómo el poli el GTA, ¿eh? Yo te reviento. Venga, asoma, perro.
Weapons on the ground now.
Eso, venga. Underground.
Try for the front door. Keep your goddamn head down. Use the cover, Phelps.
We don't know how many are in there. Take it slow. Backup will be here soon.
Vamos, que soy de disparo fácil.
PD, put down your weapons. The bank is surrounded. I'm offering you a chance to... Stay down.
Venga. Venga, sal. Valiente. Vamos. LPD, motherfucker. Vamos. Hombre, ya.
Stay in cover.
Madre mía, vaya trabucazo. La escopeta esta está cheta.
We got them all? I think we got them, Cole. Should be all clear.
Bueno, ahora me quito las balas, compañero, que me han dejado un poquito tocado.
Lieutenant Hopkins says anytime you reach for the shotguns, you're either going to end up dead or wearing a citation. So I guess...
It's okay, Ralph. You did well in there. I'm glad you had my back. Man couldn't ask for a better partner.
Si es que tiene ya madera de líder este chaval. Que la haciendan ya.
This kind of opportunity comes along once in a lifetime, Hank. I have to grasp it.
You have to survive at first, Cole. You're the veterans. The Japs love to shoot officers.
If I can make a name for myself in this war, my future...
Thinking of taking on a company of the Emperor's finest single-handed? You don't seem the Sergeant York type to me.
When I need your opinion, Kelso, I'll ask for it.
They talk about officers like you in boot camp, Cole. They call it the Custer Syndrome. Guys who go around dreaming of fame and glory and getting all of their men killed in the process.
Our duty is to lead, Kelso.
And their duty is to die for your wonderful future?
Cole Phelps and Jack Kelso. With some people, it's as simple as chemistry. Two guys who should have been friends, but their personalities got in the way. Phelps, a good guy, wound way too tight. And Kelso, a quiet man who could never walk away from a fight.
Well, it's a shame you don't like to talk about it, Cole.
Ralph, friends who want to stay friends don't discuss religion or politics. In my case, you can add the war to that.
I know that bum. Wendell Bowers. I put him away before. He jumped parole.
Hostia, es Torrente.
Get after him, Phelps. I'll head him off in the car.
Es Torrente, tú, es igual que Torrente.
Wendell Bowers! Stop! LAPD! You can go screw yourselves.
¿Estoy siguiendo a Torrente? Pasa, chavales, que te pillo. Vamos a ver, chaval. Agente de la ley. ¿Qué pasa, chavales?
Bowers! Hold it right there! Stop now or I will shoot.
I won't tell you.
Alto la bereberita. Cago en la leche, cómo corre. El otro estaba más hermoso.
Give it up, Wendell.
Stay the hell away from me.
Ya le del pie. ¡Uy! Que era cabrón.
You gotta be kidding.
You fucking asked for it. There's no way I'm going back inside. I've done my time.
It's over, Bowers.
You assholes already screwed me once.
Ya te faltará teja para correr.
Give it up, Bowers. There's nowhere left to go.
¡Qué cabrón!
Looks like we've got the place to ourselves.
Give it up, Wendell.
A mí me da igual, que te tiro. Que estoy loco. Que estoy loco. Que me da igual tirar a Torrente por la... ¡Uy, que lo tira de verdad! ¡Que lo tira de verdad, tú!
Nice work, Cole. You run track in high school?
Que lo tira de verdad, yo pensaba que no se podía. Tomar por culo. Me mata Torrente, peña. Nos hemos quedado sin pelis.
Part of the tradition of the Marine Corps and being an officer in the Marine Corps is the ability to make tough decisions. The right decision is not always the popular one. The right decision will
Siempre saludado.
get the men you care about killed. These ratings and your ability to give them frankly and truthfully directly affect your chances of successfully becoming a Marine officer. Candidate Phelps, you have the floor.
Es verdad, con el bono del bus... Bueno, si lo tenía caducado no pasaba nada, pero...
Franklin, 8. Weiss, 8. Donahoe, 6. Kowalski, 6. Hudson, 5. Kelso, 2. Leadership, Donahoe, 8. Franklin, 7. Merrill, 6. Kowalski, 6. Weiss, 5. Hudson, 5. Kelso, 1. Candidate Kelso.
I'm sorry, Captain, but I joined the Marine Corps to fight the enemy, not get involved in this schoolboy chicken shit.
Kelso, in my office, now!
Eso no aprueba ni el recreo.
There's the case that makes you. Gives you that leg up. Gets you recognized as the shining new star in the squad. The case that you solved that shows that you have the gumption, The gung-ho, the get up and go to make you stand out from your average rank-and-file patrolman. This could be the one, Cole.
LAPD, could you stand clear of the body, please? Has anyone called an ambulance?
We've called an ambulance and the police, but I'm afraid he's dead.
Okay, stand further back and move along. It's your choice, but make it quick, people.
Hey, Cole. You got here quick. My beat crosses 7th Street.
Okay. You're first reporting then. We'll get a perimeter going and move the crowd on. You better see what you can find out before the homicide dicks show up. I'll be with you in a moment.
Echa el cadáver.
Crowded street. Now I've seen everything.
Everybody stay back. Let us do our...
Vamos a robarle la cartera. Calle Galleta. Galleta la que le han metido a él, madre mía.
C. Galetta. Layaway receipt. Pearl earrings. Made out to Bank of Arcadia.
¿Y qué tienes? No tienes nada. Madre mía. Porque esto de las huellas es muy CSI, pero... Otra vez no, por Dios, me he equivocado. Que no, no quiero volver a ver esto. Pero deja esto lleno de huellas, hermoso. A ver, mueve la mano, mueve la mano. Sí, está muerto, vale. Hemos visto que el pulso está muerto. Que no, coño. ¿Y aquí qué? Joder, tío, ¿no tiene nada este men o qué? Solo tiene eso. Brazo. Aquí, aquí, y aquí, y aquí. Pues no hay más.
All right. Yes, it's a dead person. We should make sure we check the whole crime scene before questioning the witness.
Espera, señorita, que me he equivocado. Que me quede investigar un poquito. ¿Algo habrán tirado aquí? Hombre, la pistola.
FN Browning. Serial number 01138. Might need to run it by a gun store.
Eagleson's gun store's a couple blocks from here.
¿Has visto algo?
Sir, I'm Officer Phelps. What exactly did you see?
I heard the shots. I thought it was a car backfiring. I saw a girl run into the shoe store.
You want to take a look around now? The witness can wait, Cole. We've got the perimeter.
Que no, coño, que no quiero mirar otra vez al tío este. ¿Y tú qué has encontrado? Ah, balas.
Shell casings. These look like 32s.
Speak to the witness before homicide arrives, Phelps. And if you think she's lying, don't be afraid to get forceful. Verbally, of course. And don't accuse her of anything without proof. Lawyers love that shit. And if you're sure she's straight up, try the general approach. See what you can coax out of her.
Bueno, vamos a ver qué podemos sacar.
I'm Officer Phelps, miss.
Ojito. Pero no me haga mucho spoiler, ¿eh?
Did you know the victim?
No me haga mucho spoiler.
He was my boss, Mr. Gage.
Mr. Gage's first name.
Everett.
And you are?
Galleta. Clovis Galleta.
Señorita Galleta, vamos a hablar. A ver. ¿Qué me cuenta usted? Las preguntas están a la derecha. Vale. Vamos a ver.
Tell me exactly what happened, miss.
I look around the shops at lunch. I was in a store when Mr. Gage, my boss, bursts in yelling that I'm late on my lunch.
Vale.
And?
We came back. I was angry. I walked in front. I heard shots. I turned and
Uy, esa miradita, Paula. ¿Y por qué miras por un lado? ¿Y qué prueba yo? Hombre, la veo como dubitativa, ¿eh? Sí. Dudo. Pero, claro, ¿qué tengo en la billetera? Esto me vale como... Culpable. Me la llevo detenida. Toma por culo. Al coche. A ver, el resguardo... Yo creo que el resguardo es como prueba para decir que miente. Vamos a ver. Incorrecta. Me cago en su padre.
You're hardly any older than me. Don't you dare talk to me that way.
A man is dead, Miss Galetta, and it's a criminal offense to lie to a police officer. I ought to take you downtown.
Get out. Get out right now.
Joder.
Send in one of the other policemen if you must.
Vaya intuición de mierda. Señorita Galleta, se viene detenido. A la comisaría. Tío, pensaba que eso era una prueba. Pues le robo los zapatos. Ahora me los llevo. Quizá tenía que haber investigado un poquito esto. Nah, no hay mucho más. Quizá la caja registradora. Voy a ver unos dólares. A ver, ya es tontería, porque ya, pues... Bueno, señora, que la de morcilla. Que lo haga homicidios.
We have the murder weapon? No murderer. Girl saw it all, but she clammed up on me. We could trace the gun.
Eagleson's gun store's a couple blocks from here.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
Tate, maintain the perimeter.
Venga, vamos a ver el arma. Ya que la mujer esta no quiere colaborar con los cuerpos de seguridad. Joder, cómo van aquí, de verdad. Pipi, la policía, vamos.
What did I tell you about going too hard on the witness? She's a store assistant, not a prisoner of war.
Is that supposed to be funny?
I'm just saying that sometimes you need to pour some
Pues a ver, entra tú, compañero.
A little bedside manner can go a long way.
And since when are you the expert? We got the murder weapon, didn't we?
You shouldn't dole it out if you can't take it, Phelps. She was a looker, though. Tell me I'm wrong.
No wonder you're suddenly so obsessed with bedside manner.
Tío, me da lecciones. Pues ve tú la siguiente, coño. Que me quedo con el perímetro. Hala, esta calle es de la policía ahora. Vamos a ver. Caballero, necesitamos pistas.
Officers, what can I do you for?
Officers Phelps and Dunn, sir, Wilshire Division. We need you to trace a serial number.
Sure. What's the make and model?
FN Browning, model 1922. The serial number is 01138.
You don't say. Well, I didn't sell it. Europeans love them, but it's pretty rare you find one over here. Although I did have one in here a couple of weeks back.
Remember the owner?
Yeah. Calu. Edgar Calu was his name. Thing looked like it'd never been fired, but he brought it in here for cleaning anyway. Then he bought a box of cartridges and he left.
You know where we can find Mr. Kalu?
Told me he was on his lunch break. Said he worked at Hartfield's jewelry store just up on Broadway.
Thanks for your help.
Oye, así me gusta. Clarito y al pie. Así es como me gusta. Gente que no se pone a hacer historias de... ¿Te interesaba esa persona? Tienes que colaborar con la policía, coño. Si no, ¿cómo vamos a pillar al susodicho? Yo lo hubiera detenido por no colaborar con la justicia. Señora, venga. De verdad, ¿eh? Qué poca autoridad en esta ciudad. Vale, aquí está la joyería, supuestamente. Vamos a entrar.
Officer, can I interest you in a new watch?
Imagínate que no.
Officer Cole Phelps, are you Edgar Kalu?
No. Mr. Kalu is out back. He said he'd lie down. I'll buzz him for you.
Te vas a pirar, ¿verdad? Te vas a pirar, ¿verdad? Mírale. Vaya carita tenía de que iba a correr. Vaya carita tenía de yo me piro. Vaya carita de sinvergüenza. Calú que te disparo, te digo la porra, ¿eh? Ah, hay que mantenerlo. Si lo mantienes la cojonas. Vale. A ver. Hostia, qué tonto soy, tío. Pero si estaba ya cargado casi. Calú que te disparo no es Juanete, ¿eh? Calú que te disparo. Calú que te disparo. Calú que te disparo. Hombre, es que ya me hace ser un poquito...
Edgar Kalu, you're under arrest for the murder of Everett Gage.
Hombre, de verdad, ¿eh?
The case that makes you and the case that breaks you.
Que te hacen ser un cabrón, ¿eh? A ver si la policía es mala.
The case that gnaws at your guts and ruins your marriage. The case that keeps you propping up a bar as you relive the what-ifs, the might-have-beens, the half-leads and the half-truths. The case that other cops murmur about whenever you walk past. The case you never, ever discuss.
God's mill may grind slowly, but it grinds finely, son. I hear it's you who nabbed our malefactor from the shooting yesterday.
Yes, sir.
Then tell me, Boyle, I hear you're quite the climber, a man of initiative. How would you like a chance at smiting this man with the sword of justice?
You're asking me to conduct the interview, sir?
I am, young Phelps. You've only been with us a short time, and you've assembled yourself a stellar arrest record. Not to mention the fine work you did in the war, sending heathens back to the hell they came from. But I'm curious as to whether you can turn your hand to interrogation. Takes a certain animal cunning, lad.
Pues yo ando un poquito regular, jefe.
Yes, sir.
Un poquito regular, jefe.
Good man. You need many things for a conviction, young Phelps. A motive, opportunity, hard evidence, and best of all, a confession. If you fail in the former, you can always use a modicum of violence to obtain the latter. How are you feeling, lad?
Fine, sir.
Very good. The evidence is overwhelming. May the cat eat him and the cat be eaten by the devil. Bring me a confession, young Phelps. This is your chance. Don't fail me.
Claro, sin presiones, jefe. Hombre. Sin presiones, faltaría más.
Has my lawyer arrived yet? I want to see my lawyer.
A lawyer can't help you, Mr. Kalu. You shot a man dead in cold blood. You're going to have to pay for that.
A ver.
Let's talk about the shooting. Do you deny shooting Everett Gage?
I'm a businessman. I run a jewelry store. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sure my lawyer can clear all this up.
¿Qué intuición tengo yo aquí? O sea... Preguntar a la comunidad. Joder, esto es como en el programa de Atrapa un Millón, tú. El comodín del público, tú, a ver si me lo dan. A ver. Libreta. El dueño de la armería. A ver, tenemos el resguardo de unos pendientes. Vale. Duda. Incorrecta, tío. De verdad, tengo dudas. Tengo dudas.
That's the way. Keep needling me. Try the rough stuff, and my lawyer will be making an official complaint. I've just got to keep my mouth shut and watch you run around in circles. We're done. Unless...
No, tío. Joder, quiero reiniciar, tío. No me jodas. Que me jodas. Es que... Ay, que se reinicia todo. Peña, no es cuestión de ser un trampa, es cuestión de que el juego me ha dicho: ¿quieres reiniciar? Pues cómete todo esto otra vez. Dios, ¿se puede saltar? Qué liada, tío. No vuelvo a reiniciar en la vida. Qué liada. Se me ha reiniciado todo, tú. Buah. No, ahora voy a ser un policía de la polla, ¿eh? Ahora voy a ser un policía... Voy a sacarlo todo ahora. Joder, cabrón. Qué pereza, la otra vez.
Okay, stand further back and move along. It's your choice, but make it quick, people.
Joder. Pues esto se ha quedado para el vídeo, ven por culo. Vale, sí, ya me sé, pero... Nah, no se puede. A ver. Nah, no se puede. Venga, va, rapidito. Tuve la chaqueta. Que tenía lo de la joyería. Pero es que en este juego no se puede dudar, tío. No lo entiendo, te lo juro. Dudas y ya... Vale. Nada, tendría que ser más poli bueno. Vale, aquí las balas. Vale, 32. Y aquí la pistola.
FN Browning.
Venga, perfecto.
01138. Might need to run it by a gun store.
Eagleson's gun store's a couple blocks from here.
Ya creo que ya estaba, ¿no? Aquí. ¿Qué faltaba aquí? No sé qué faltaba, tío. No sé por qué me pone aquí que faltaba algo cuando no faltaba nada. Quizá aquí, que no... No, tío. ¿Y no me da la cinemática esta del men? Vale, paso directamente a hablar con ella. A ver, señorita, volvamos otra vez, señorita Galleta.
Officer Phelps. Dead, Miss Scaletta, and it's a criminal offense to lie to a police officer. I ought to take...
Loco, no acierto, ¿eh?
Get out! Get out right now! Send in one of the other policemen if you must, but I won't say another word to you.
O sea, que lo que no tengo es que dudar ni ser bueno, vale. Pues ya ser un hijo puta completo. Vaya tela, tío. No, no tenemos nada. Venga, vamos. A la armería otra vez. A la armería Hanson. Overson. ¡Que nos has dado!
That was a tax-paying citizen you just bounced off the fucking hood, Phelps.
What did I tell you about going too hard on the witness? She's a store assistant, not a prisoner of war.
Is that supposed to be funny?
I'm just saying that sometimes you need to pour some sugar on these broads. A little bedside manner can go a long way. And since when are you...
Huele rapidito, guapo, hace el coche.
You shouldn't dole it out if you can't take it, Phelps. She was a looker, though. Tell me I'm wrong.
No wonder you're suddenly so obsessed with bedside manner.
Va. Que no sabemos el diálogo ya. Hola.
What can I do you for?
Officers Phelps and Dunn, sir. Wilshire Division. We need you to
Venga,
trace
señor, cuéntame lo que necesito saber.
What's the make and model?
FN Browning, model 1922. The serial number is 01138.
You don't say. Well, I didn't sell it. Europeans love them, but it's pretty rare you find one over here. Although I did have one in here a couple of weeks back.
Remember the owner?
Yeah. Calu. Edgar Calu was his name. Thing looked like he'd never been fired, but he brought it in here for cleaning anyway. Then he bought a box of cartridges and he left.
You know where we can find Mr. Kalu?
Told me he was on his lunch break. Said he worked at Hartfield's jewelry store just up on Broadway.
Thanks for your help.
Venga, va. Va por el correcaminos. Otra vez. Oye, oye, pero ¿cómo saco la libreta? Necesito sacarla. Necesito sacar la libreta. ¿Cómo se saca la libreta de los huevos?
Hartfield. It's up on Broadway, Cole. Come on.
Parece muy bien, pero que no se saca la libreta. ¿Cómo se saca? Joder. Dios de mi vida. No será por botones. Aquí, coño. El último botón que me faltaba. Venga, lugares. Para, hombre.
Officer, can I interest you
Me voy a
in your
acercar
watch?
mucho a ti. ¿Qué te parece? Vale, no puedo.
Officer Cole Phelps, are you Edgar Kalu?
No. Mr. Kalu is out back. He said he'd lie down. I'll buzz him for you.
Venga, corre, coño.
Son of a bitch! Go, Cole, go!
Hurry, officer! He's getting away!
Kalu, get back here!
O aquí sí le pillo.
Too late, Kalu! Edgar Kalu!
Venga, va.
The case that makes...
Otra vez aquí.
Has my lawyer arrived yet? I want to see my lawyer.
Mira, vas a ver al abogado, el que tengo aquí colgado, vas a ver.
You shot a
Ese es el único que vas a ver.
blood. You're going to have to pay for that. Let's talk about the shooting.
Venga, vamos a empezar a fallar.
Do you deny shooting Everett Gage?
I'm a businessman. I run a jewelry store. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sure my lawyer can clear all this up.
Venga, vamos a gastar intuición. Pregunta a la comunidad. Vale. Pues iba a decir verdad.
You deny owning a Browning pistol, serial number 01138.
I owned a gun, yes, but it was stolen in a burglary a couple years ago. You can't prove I used my gun on Gage.
You had the gun cleaned and bought a new box of ammunition. The store owner...
No, no, nos salimos, gente, nos salimos. Le pillamos, le pillamos, le pillamos.
It's amazing what the nebbishes will recall when it suits them.
Let's change the subject. You fasting for Yom Kippur, Mr. Kalu?
Yeah, let's change the subject, you going motherfucker. How about baseball?
You're not denying you're a Jew, Mr. Kalu.
This is America. It's not Germany. It's not a crime.
Some people don't like Jews, Mr. Kalu.
Yeah, and I guess you're one of them.
Gage hated Jews, didn't he, Mr. Kalu?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Duda.
You left-wing leaning parasite. You expect me to sit here and listen to your drivel?
You call me that? You sit there and you call me those names, you goddamn goy putt snatcher? You and that stup Gage!
Why did you do it, Mr. Kalu?
Gage. He's in the Chamber of Commerce. He's in with all those momsers. He blocked every proposal I ever put forward. Kike this and kike that. He's been trying to ruin my business for years.
Edgar Kalu. I'm
A la
charged with
Edgar.
first-degree murder of
Kalu.
Gage. I respect your beliefs and your right to hold them. I hope for your sake the jury can commute to murder in the second degree. May God have mercy on you, sir.
Masterfully done, Officer Phelps. It is just, Officer Phelps. Isn't it, lad?
Yes, sir.
Then let me have a word with the Chief of Police, young Phelps. The department needs heroes. A shining, honest face the public can admire. I applaud a man with your talent for unwavering justice. Back to your duties for now, Boyle. But here's a piece of advice. Get yourself 2 suits, get them pressed. You'll be needing them.
Toma ya, hemos conseguido un ascendito bueno. ¡Ascendidos! Toma ya. Apto.